Well, greetings and welcome. This is your show. It's Take Two with Jerry and Debbie and you and the show team and the affiliates and the Take Two family around the world. We're all together here on this Thursday, the last... What are you laughing about?
Oh, it's the day. It's the day before your birthday. You're just going to really make the most of this day. This is the last day that you're 60 years old. Oops, I just said it.
Don't tell anybody, though. Don't tell the whole world that, okay?
You seem really happy that you're about to turn 61 tomorrow. That's cool.
The clock, time waits for no one, and I'm going to be one day and 1 year closer to being with Jesus in eternity, hopefully one day, if I'm very, very blessed.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, yeah, we're all together, though. This is a family, and we journey together. And today we're going to be talking about 30 days to a new you. Think about that for a moment, okay? Like Jerry said, tomorrow is the 1st of July. It happens to be his birthday. Yes, that is. It is his actual birthday. And think about it. You could have the whole month of July, right? If you took the whole month of July, by August, you could have like a whole new outlook, a whole new attitude, some new disciplines, new behaviors, all sorts of things. The experts say it takes about 30 days to see consistent change. And it's a wonderful thing to make those next right steps to being the best version of yourself. Like Matthew Kelly always says, being the best version of yourself. So let's talk about it today. We're kind of doing a little life skills today. Do you have any tips on 30 days to a new you? What have you done in your life to really transform your life for the better, living with purpose and passion? We're going to impart some practical life skills as well, but we want to hear from you. Do you think that's important to really dedicate 30 days, 30 long days? But then you think about it, you have a future, a lifetime of a major change in your life that could be really good for your spiritual life. So let's talk about it. You don't have to be Catholic to call in. 30 days to a new you. Help us out here. Give us your wisdom. 833-288-3986.
Talking about change. Change can be a very good thing, especially sometimes we get caught in ruts in life. We kind of go through the same routines all the time. Get up, we put our feet on the floor, we say, oh, not another day of going through this. But Debbie is so right. We can look at our lives, we can make an evaluation and say, I would like for this to be different, to be better, this area of my life over here, or this area of my life over here. How do we go about that? It doesn't happen magically. It doesn't happen overnight. It does take practice, and as Debbie always says, practice does not make perfect, it makes permanent. And that's what we want to talk about today. Have you undertaken this in your life? Have you at any point made some important changes that maybe made you healthier, smarter, wiser, got you a better job, made you more money? It's not always about those things, but those can certainly be, results of feeling better and just living better lives. So how have you put this in practice in your life? Maybe made 30 days, 60 days, some period of time when you changed some part of your life for the better. 833-288-3986.
And I was joking when I said 30 long days. See, 30 days goes really fast, folks. And some people may say, I don't have 30 days. It really moves quickly. Time moves quickly. And if we really dedicate to doing something, well, and be intentional about it, like saying the rosary every day. Could you say the rosary every day for 30 days and see, after 30 days, what it has done for your spiritual life? How you look at people differently, how you look at situations. Maybe it makes you a better driver. Maybe it makes you, just a happier person. Okay, 30 days, you can do it. And actually, Jerry, when people say, I'm going to pray about something, before buying a house or making a move, I always tell them, if you can take a couple weeks, even if you could take a month, 30 days, right? Because you really want deep, proper discernment. Okay, it's not just tossing a prayer up to the heavens saying, okay, what should I do? Should I go to the right or to the left? Okay, to the right, and then you start running. No, take your time. Let it process, because the good Lord has a plan for you. 30 days to a new you is very, very, I think it's a healthy exercise, and we're here to help you after this show as well. If you want to visit us at standtalltoday.com, we have just a beautiful panel of life coaches who are willing to help you with that plan.
Well, and Debbie, you mentioned an important thing that we can try and do for 30 days, and it would probably last a lifetime if we made it 30 days, and that is praying the rosary every day. Maybe Take Two families, you're listening right now, maybe there's some eating habit or pattern that you have that's not the healthiest kind of thing. Maybe that's something that you could say, I'm going to step away from that for 30 days and see how I feel. Or maybe there's an attitude or an emotion that kind of bothers you. Maybe you get a little bit frustrated, impatient, angry. You could certainly make a conscious effort to say, for 30 days, I'm definitely not going to do that. It might creep in there once in a while, but you can just say, no, I have made this decision. I'm going to stick with it. Let us know if you've done anything that has really kind of even changed your life just a little bit, or maybe revolutionized your life. Maybe it has turned your life completely. You're a new person. 30 days to a new you. Jesus came. He said, I have come that you may have life and have it in abundance. That's what he wants for us. So what have you done, or what are you thinking of doing, or maybe what are you afraid to try that you think you wouldn't be able to succeed at? We can talk about all of these things. 833-288-3986.
That's a good point. We should talk about that as well. We always talk about we at Take Two, we always talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So we turn things like a quarter turn, and we keep turning it and keep turning it to get a different angle, a different perspective. It's very important to have these well-rounded discussions, and it does weave into our spiritual lives. So please weigh in on this. 833-288-3986. And a special shout out, Jerry. I know we were talking about your birthday tomorrow, but today is our dear friend and loyal Take Two family member, Mary Beth's daughter, Elizabeth. She's 13 today. 13. So Elizabeth, happy 13th birthday. You're the day before Jerry. That's a good thing. And have a wonderful day. Wow, we just love our Take Two family, especially the young ones, the teenagers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, we want to hear from you. We need to hear from you to have a show. Debbie and I can just sit here and go on and on and on. We've actually done this ourselves, the 30 days plus to a better us, a better Debbie, a better me, 30 days and even beyond in some cases. But we want to hear from you. 30 days to a new you. What is it you think you could take on or you have done to make yourself feel better and live?
The most original Catholic content is on EWTN Radio.
This is Doug Keck. This week on the Catholic Sphere, my panel of guests dive into God's love, mercy, and forgiveness, and answer the question, if God is so loving and merciful, do we even need to apologize for our wrongdoings?
The Catholic Sphere, Sunday afternoon, 2:30 Eastern on EWTN Radio.
Hi, I'm Greg Willits from rosaryarmy.com.
And I'm Jennifer Willits, his wife.
Pope St. John Paul II called the family the primary cell of society, but he also wrote that it is increasingly menaced by forces of disintegration. In other words, families are under attack.
Fortunately, there's a solution. John Paul II suggested that revival of the Rosary in Christian families will be an effective aid to countering the devastating effects of this crisis typical of our age.
As a prayer for peace, the Rosary is also and always has been a prayer of and for the family.
The Holy Father reminds us that at one time, this prayer was particularly important to Christian families, and it certainly brought them closer together.
It's important not to lose this precious inheritance. Our families deserve it.
Find out more about the Rosary at rosaryyarmy.com.
And you can listen to our shows, Adventures in Imperfect Living, Catechism Class, and more at rosaryyarmy.com and wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
30 days to a new you. That's what we're talking about today. All the wonderful practical tips that we can start to bring into our lives and our daily routines to be better, to be the best version of ourselves. That's what we want to do, right? We're on a journey. We're pilgrims on a journey. So before we get to the phones and hear what your takes are on this topic today, I just wanted to share with our listeners, Jerry, that there's still parts of the country that don't have a Catholic radio station. I cannot believe it. One of them being Tucson, Arizona. I just can't believe it, but there is. So if you feel prompted by the Spirit, you can find out how you can help start a Catholic radio station where you live, powered by the truth of the church and EWTN's dynamic radio programming. All you have to do is email Steve at this address, radio@EWTN.com, and Steve will happily walk you through the steps of getting a local Catholic radio station. So if you feel prompted by the Spirit, take that step out in faith and make it happen.
How many millions of lives have been changed and souls saved because people just like you stepped out in faith and accepted that invitation from God and EWTN to do that. So very important. Okay, you want to reset what we're talking about, and then we can go to the phones.
Right, 30 days to a new you. We're talking about making that effort for 30 days to do something really good in your spiritual life, in your just your daily routine of life. Why do we say 30 days? Because it takes 30 days for it to really take hold in your life, to be consistent, so you see the change. And you making that committed action, right, really helps, and it could last for a lifetime if you choose it. And it's a wonderful thing. But so many times, like Jerry said, people are stuck in a little bit of a rut and they don't know how to take those first steps. Well, hopefully we're here to help you with that. So you got to call in, though, 833-288-3986.
Okay, Daryl is with us first today, driving through Texas, listening to us on Guadalupe Radio Network. Hi, Daryl. Thanks for waiting. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, man? How you guys doing?
Good to have you with us.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to give a call, and I was listening to your station here, and I heard your message, and I felt inclined to give a call and maybe share some thoughts about how I'm feeling listening to you guys' message.
Sure.
Yeah, so basically I appreciate what you do. I mean, I know this is a Catholic station, and I really appreciate you guys' message getting out there. I just heard you talking about how Arizona is one of the only states that don't got no Catholic radio station on there. So, man, I'll tell you what, it's ridiculous to hear. You got to give people the opportunity to love Christ, accept Him into His life.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So, Daryl, do you span the whole country in your driving, or what? I don't want to get too nosy here, but you're driving through Texas. Or is it just?
Oh no. I'm
personal?
heading over to Mexico.
Okay.
With the family. Up with the family is all.
Okay. So what do you just kind of spin the radio dial until you find something you like to listen to?
Yeah, of course. Just listen to some country out there. Just hit the seek button. Came across you guys' station.
Wow.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Well, Daryl, what do you think about this topic today, about taking 30 days to do something really good for your life? What do you think about that?
30 days. Well, I think any day is a good day to take a step in the right direction, if you ask me. And to set a milestone of 30 days is probably a good idea because it gives you an opportunity to have realistic goals. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, spot on. That's exactly what we're talking about today, because a lot of people are just kind of in that treadmill of life, right? You're just you're going fast, but really maybe sometimes going nowhere, right? And it's time for people to really take the necessary steps to make themselves, kind of stretch out of their comfort zone and to really grow and learn. And that's how we can learn about ourselves, and we can learn about God as well. What do you think about that? You probably see a lot driving through the country, so tell us what your perspective is on this.
Yeah, well, I think you said it's like the treadmill of life. I'd say that's a good analogy. I'd say a good piece of advice for people who feel like they're on that treadmill is to remember that sometimes you have to appreciate the treadmill for what it is. It's the walk of life that you got to appreciate while you're going through it. Don't look at it as a goal that you need to achieve, but just something that you need to appreciate that you have by God's grace.
Very well put. Very well put, Daryl. You're a man of wise words and very good insights. We're so grateful that you were listening today, that you found Guadalupe Radio Network, and that you called into the program. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just thank you guys for what you do, and y'all have a blessed day.
You do the same thing. Be safe out there driving. Our prayers go with you.
Yes, safe driving, Daryl. And don't forget you have your guardian angel right beside you, okay?
That's right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. We need our truck drivers. So thank you for what you do. You can, Daryl just freed up a line there. If you want to join us with this 30 days to a new you, you can give some helpful practical tips for the fellow Take Two family members, which would be great because we're all taking notes at 833-288-3986.
All right, Julia is going to join us listening on Sirius XM 130 in the state of Ohio. Hi, Julia. You're up next.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. You're very welcome. So what are your thoughts on this?
So I just wanted to maybe make a suggestion. I had tried something for Lent several years ago, and now it's become just a part of my daily life, and that's going to daily Mass.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a daily Mass at your church, I know not all of them do, but I'm lucky enough to be in a parish that does. And it is just something that, seemed like a chore at first, but now I really struggle when I can't go. And so I really think that's it's something, if you can just make yourself try it and realize that not necessarily that you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for God. It changes your whole outlook on life.
Okay, so Jerry and I are both fighting for the mic to speak first because we completely agree with you. And Julie, I just wanted to add for those that are listening, because we do have a kind of a worldwide audience. Some people may say, wow, daily Mass. Okay, I do have a parish that's nearby. They do have a daily Mass. Oh, I have to go every single day. And what I always share with folks is, just try to go midweek, like a Wednesday. So go Wednesday and then your Saturday or Sunday, right? Go Wednesday and then add another day and then add another day. And then you'll see that you are just like you said, Julia, if you don't go to Mass, you're thinking, wait, something doesn't feel right. And it's so true. But I always tell folks, start slow and just pick a midweek daily Mass and work your way into going all week long. And then the beauty of it is we have EWTN radio and television that can pick up the other days that we can actually listen to Mass or view Mass on TV. So I just wanted to share that. What do you think, Jer?
I agree. I was going to say, I think it's almost universal that once we start doing something like this, Julia, like going to daily Mass, like you said, you feel something's maybe missing in your day. The same thing could be said about working out or starting to eat maybe a cleaner diet or something. It's almost universal. We look back and we say, how did I ever do that, what I was doing before? Or how did I ever not go to daily Mass? Which obviously isn't an obligation. So there's many, many graces in that as well. So I think, yeah, you're right, Julia. Once we get in the routine of doing these things, they just become as much a part of our day as, getting up, getting dressed, brushing our teeth, getting in the car and going to Mass. What do you think, Julia? Any other thoughts on that you wanted to share?
Well, the reason I wanted to call is because, I was doing it for Lent, and then after Lent was gone, this was several years ago, after Lent was done and my obligation or what I had committed to myself to do was done, I still wanted to do it. And so that's why I think it could help people to just get them to try it, and then see how they feel.
Well, that's why we're doing this show, Julia, 30 days to a new you. When we always say this, like Jerry said at the beginning of the show, practice makes permanent. And this has become a permanent thing in your spiritual life, Julia. And wow, it doesn't get any better than the Mass, the Eucharist, the source and summit of our faith. Julia, way to go.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling. Appreciate that. That will free up a line as we're talking about 30 days to a new you. It is typically understood and agreed upon that if you do something for 30 days, it will become part of your life, and it takes about that long to become to where it's not really, you don't have to really push yourself or force yourself to do it. It almost becomes second nature. So we're talking about if you have done something like that, maybe there is an area of your life you've tried and struggled with. We're not experts in this kind of stuff, but we are life coaches, and maybe we can give you a little bit of a tip to help you get over that hump there. 833-288-3986.
Okay, we'll move on to Marianne in North Carolina. She's on YouTube. We're waving to you, Marianne. Share with us what you think about this 30-day plan.
Hi. Well, I think it's wonderful. I have to go back to 30 or 40 years ago when Oprah was losing her weight, and she flashed a telephone number for people who wanted help to call, and I called it, and they brought me to a hospital in Florida, and it was they followed the 12-step program, and I have nothing but praise for the 12-step program and the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me see, I'm forgetting it already. Grant me, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was there, I think, for 17 days. My insurance would only pay for the 17 days, but they teach you how to live a more healthy life, and I appreciated it so much. I did lose weight, but it also introduced me back to God with that Serenity Prayer and the big book back then. I'm under the impression that they changed the 12-step program, and I don't think God is in it too much now. But they should go back because I have nothing but praise for 12-step programs.
Well, yeah, Marianne, I had an uncle who was a Redemptorist priest, a missionary in Thailand, and he had an alcohol problem, and he went to AA, a 12-step program, and was for decades a recovering alcoholic, and it just altered his life completely and his ministry and everything. And I know others who have been in 12-step programs, so I know that they are very, very powerful and effective and efficacious. And you were mentioning the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And you see that prayer literally everywhere. It has been adopted by so many people as it has been helpful in their lives. And so I am just happy to hear what you have shared with us here on the program today. This is a very beautiful story that you shared, Marianne.
Absolutely, Marianne, you did such a great job on the journey, and I just want to say thank you for making that next right step. You said you were watching Oprah. They flashed this number or this resource on the screen, and you took the next right step, and that step obviously forever changed your life and for the better. And that's a great thing. So many people refuse to take that first step, and it's so unfortunate because it's a missed opportunity. So I'm so grateful to you that you shared your journey with us today.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you, Marianne. We have many others that we are going to get to here on the program today, including Chris, who will be next in a moment. We have Marie in Washington, D.C., Anna Maria in Maryland, a first-time listener, and we have some 2 or 3 open phone lines here as we talk about something I think very, very important. Many of us have experienced it. Some, like Marianne was just sharing a minute ago, sometimes afraid to take that first step. But Debbie, once you make that first step, the second step's a little bit easier.
That's right.
And then pretty soon,
you're off and running.
Yeah.
And that's what life coaching's all about. You can always find us at standtalltoday.com. Okay, Jerry, go ahead and share our little challenge that I issued to you, and then because I know you want to share it with the Take Two family. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this, 2018, I think it was?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, Debbie and Marty, Debbie's husband, they were gonna you challenged each other first, right?
Right.
To
Paleo.
lose to go on a paleo diet and lose a little bit of weight. And so I had never really heard about that, but I said, sure, I'm up for it. And so I joined the challenge, and I don't really remember how much you guys lost, but no.
That's because it was insignificant.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
It was.
I just don't remember, but I just remember mine because I lost too much weight.
You lost it so fast. What was the total amount?
I lost 53 pounds.
Yeah. And then and we stopped talking to Jerry for a while because every time we do the weekly weigh-in, Marty goes, "This is so depressing. He keeps dropping weights."
Hey, I lost 3 more pounds. I lost 5 more pounds. I don't know what was happening either. I started at 204, and I still have that driver's license with my picture on it when I was weighing 204, and I look at that and I say, why didn't any of my family and friends tell me that I was looking like that? But then I got down to 151, and now I'm back up to about what my normal
weight is.
Some of that back on, yeah. So
well, when we come back, I'm going to share with our wonderful Take Two family why you succeeded at that in such a rapid way, because Jerry was... It was very interesting. You have to wait and listen.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, join us on Take Two today.
Hi, I'm Doug Keck. This is an EWTN bookmark brief. Always have fun doing children's books, especially when they're put together by Anthony DiStefano. How the Angels Got Their Wings, published by Sophia Press, naturally available through the EWTN Religious Catalog. Anthony, your latest on angels. Tell us about it.
Well, as you said, it's called How the Angels Got Their Wings, and it's a short children's picture book, but it's relatively comprehensive as an introduction to the story of the angels. This book introduces children to all the famous angels, all the archangels, St. Michael, St. Gabriel, St. Raphael, introduces them to Satan, the ringleader of the demons, who are fallen angels who chose to rebel against God. And it also introduces children to those special angels who are here to help us right now, help protecting us and guiding us through life, our guardian angels.
Very good. Anthony DiStefano book, How the Angels Got Their Wings. Wonderful illustrations published by Sophia. And I'm Doug Keck. This has been a bookmark brief. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
This is Debbie Georgianni. If you missed part of today's show, catch the encore tonight at midnight Eastern. Check out the podcast anytime at EWTNradio.net and click podcasts.
EWTN's cathedrals across America and the Archdiocese of San Francisco invite you to a celebration honoring the heroic spirit and efforts of St. Junipero Serra, the Apostle of California, celebrated by the Most Reverend Salvatore J. Cordeleone. From Mission Dolores Basilica, the solemn Mass for the Feast of St. Junipero Serra.
Tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on EWTN Television.
Hi, this is Janet Williams. We embrace the essence of feminine spirituality on Women of Grace tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern here on EWTN Radio. Now, back to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie.
30 days to a new you. That's what we're talking about today on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie and you. Hopefully you'll call in right now. Yep, that's right. Pick up the phone. Wait a minute. You don't have to pick up the phone. It's probably in your hand. 833-288-3986. Okay, I won't make the Take Two family wait any longer. The reason why Jerry succeeded in losing so much weight in a rapid fashion on paleo when we had this paleo challenge between the Georgiannis and Mr. Usher is because Jerry took it very seriously. For the first, do you remember this, Jerry? Because I kept notes. For the first basically about 30 days, you were making all the things at home and freezing them, and you ate Brussels sprouts and all this kind of stuff you were making like crazy. And Marty and I tried to do paleo by trying to eat out at our local restaurant and see if we could find something on the menu that was paleo. It didn't work for us. It worked for you. You were very intentional about it, and you definitely took it seriously. And you embraced it, and you made it a part of your daily routine, and I believe that's why you succeeded at it so well, and the weight came off really quickly.
Well, you mentioned Brussels sprouts, and I disdained them for most of my life. And then when I found out that there were all these creative ways to fix them, I thought, man, these are delicious, So I think that's maybe a lesson for all of us. We have this perception of how things are going to be, and maybe they don't have to be that way, Maybe there are creative ways that we can go about fixing food. You can exercise in a lot of creative ways. Obviously, you can take on different devotionals in your life, daily mass like we've talked about, or the rosary, or the Divine Mercy Chaplet, or the Chaplet of St. Joseph, or any other thing like that. Just take one little small step at a time, and you're going to feel better about yourself because you're going to realize you have the discipline to make it happen. And then especially if it's spiritual practices, the graces are going to flow into your life on top of the good feeling, just the natural high that you're going to be on. The graces are going to add to that, and you're going to be off and running, as Debbie said earlier. So
that's beautiful. Okay, Chris has been waiting so patiently in Ohio, listening on Annunciation Radio. Chris, tell us what you think about this 30 days to a new you topic today.
Wow, coincidence or not? First of all, I was driving. I heard you talk about the rosary and instantly caught my ear. It's a coincidence because right after Mass, I was challenged to a 30-day fast for two reasons. One, to pray for the priests that are in transition at this moment, and also to communicate the flame we've been given as a parish, as a church, to the next steps. So I'm a big proposer of the rosary, so instead of take 2, I say take 5. Because why? The rosary, first of all, it becomes, just like you said, it's for yourself, right? You start to learn at her feet. The rosary becomes a place. And then after a while, it becomes a pilgrimage. And just like that previous caller, Julia, God bless her, she went to daily Mass. She realized she was starting to lift that veil into a new intimacy. And after that pilgrimage, you get to look back through that rearview mirror, and you realize it has become beyond yourself, and you become a new channel through the power of the rosary. We need more intimacy with our mother. I mean, she wants to behold us, and more so, Christ wants to behold her. And I am just, I've been graced with that call to propose her message. And when I heard Debbie talk about the rosary, I was, my heart sang. You can't say it enough. And that's all I wanted to say. I don't believe it's a coincidence that I've been challenged, and then all of a sudden, here you are, both of you, proposing a challenge. It is just, it's mind-blowing, but I believe in God's orchestration. I really do.
Beautiful way to put that. I was going to come up with a different way of phrasing that, something like, the different voices that we hear, but orchestration, God's orchestration. That's big in my life too, Chris. And you're so right about the rosary, and you said it's a pilgrimage. The rosary is a pilgrimage. And one of the popes, I can't remember which one, called it a compendium of the gospel. And I just looked up the word compendium. It is a comprehensive collection of information and analysis pertaining to a body of knowledge. Now that's kind of technical language, but when we apply it to the life, death, resurrection of Jesus, it is all of that wrapped into one, and we cannot help but immerse ourselves into the rosary. And I love the fact that you are such a proponent of the rosary. It sounds like you have a great, great love for our Blessed Mother, and she is taking you by the hand. There's no question about that, and inspired you certainly to take up the challenge at your church, and definitely your guardian angel apparently prompted you to listen today and got you to call in. So I think it's wonderful.
Oh yeah, and and we don't believe in any accidents here, Chris. After doing the show for seven years, it's so Holy Spirit driven. You can just feel it. If folks respond like yourself, you can see the connection. It's like all the puzzle pieces come together. It's such a beautiful tapestry that's revealed, and God is so magnificent. He's so good, and He wants us to be connected. He wants us to support one another, inspire one another, encourage one another, and you're doing that today. And Chris, I have to say something. I think it's easy sometimes for females. This is a general statement. I think it's easy sometimes for females to say the rosary, just because it just is. Okay, I'm just saying. But then you got the Knights of Columbus who are strong, about the rosary and praying the rosary, and then you speaking so beautifully. So I mean, it's coming straight from your heart and soul. I don't think there's anything more attractive than a male who is in love with the Blessed Mother. It is so beautiful to watch. I love being with Marian priests who are devoted to the Blessed Mother, those that follow in the Marian tradition. I love that. There's something very unique, very special, very deep, and very loving about people like yourself, Chris. Way to go. Please spread the message to your brothers in the parish, because more men need to pick up the rosary.
Well, if I could just say one quick thing, I can't agree with you more, Debbie. It's the maternal instinct that males fail to see. And when males become humble, they realize the vastness of the maternal nature and why she was given this vocation. And it is the opening of the heart. When a male starts to sing her song, his soul is drenched in a new light. And it is real. The rosary is real. And I need to communicate that, especially, just like you said so beautifully, to men.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask, in fact, Chris, do you have a means of doing that? Do you have a men's group, a Knights of Columbus group? Do you have any kind of a platform at your parish where you work? Do you have opportunities, I guess, during your day-to-day life to present this? Because you are extremely eloquent and articulate, not to mention passionate about this. So do you find opportunities to do this?
Well, it just so happens I did join the Knights of Columbus last year. It's been tough with COVID and me being a cancer patient. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, I do run a Bible study with a friend every Wednesday. And we're committed to bring this further. I've been writing a blog called My Lady in Blue. And I throw that on WordPress, and I pour out my heart. Anytime a man can leave his humility at the door, mm-hmm. and just walk in and realize that we are saved as a community. Mm-hmm. And Debbie, you said so many things so beautifully. I got chills. That we need each other.
We do.
We need each other.
Now more than ever, Chris, because everybody after COVID, post-COVID, people feel like they're on their own little mini islands, and it's not a healthy thing. So we see it all the time in the coaching practice that we do, and it's not good. But Chris, can we ask you this? If you're able to share, how is it? How are you faring with the cancer? What can you give us any updates?
I can. Ring that bell. I just got my scans are clear.
Wow, praise be to God.
Just today I learned.
Oh,
and I'm
Chris.
getting my poured out. And God is so good.
Yes.
And everything when I look outside is so verdant, it's so clear, it's beautiful.
Oh, Chris,
and,
that is
we
awesome.
must extend ourselves as channels, and just, I bless your work.
Oh, thanks,
do what you
Chris.
do.
Well, Chris, you know what? Stay well, stay strong, and keep spreading that message, please. We need you out there, Chris. And this is awesome. And God's got great, great, great things planned for you. You can just feel it. Can you? We feel it. Can you feel it?
Well, I got that word last Mass, so she told me to behold her. Fantastic. A woman wrapped in the sun. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Well,
Anyway,
we're talking.
I'll let you guys go.
Well, just before you do, Chris, we're talking 30 days to a new you. It may have taken a little more than 30 days, but you seem like a man who's been made new, recreated by what you've gone through, your cancer, and your beautiful relationship with Our Lady and our Lord. And I agree with Debbie. God's going to, you just watch and see, buckle up, brother, because the Lord has plans and loves to use beautiful, humble, holy instruments like you. So we'll be praying for you, and we hope that you would call back on the show anytime, or feel free to email us anytime at take2@ewtn.com, okay?
I'll give you an update.
Please
Absolutely.
do. We're so
Thanks,
happy
Chris.
for you. Yeah.
Yes, we are. We're
All right.
celebrating with you. Mm-hmm.
All right. Shine on, both of you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a beautiful call. Wait, we got a praise report. That is wonderful. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah. Just today, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Just
the
today,
timing,
he shared it
the
with us
timing.
and the whole
Yeah.
Take Two family. Oh, it's so God. God wants us to, he wants us to rejoice. He wants us to build confidence in him. He wants us to trust him. And this is why we do this show. That's the reason we do this show.
Yeah. 833-288-3986, talking about 30 days, give or take, to a new you.
Yeah.
Have you undertaken any new disciplines, practices, routines in life that have bettered you in any way? 833-288-3986. Anna Maria in Maryland, hold on. You are right after Marie, who is in Washington, D.C., and Marie is a first-time caller to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie, listening on Guadalupe Radio Network. Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing good. I when I heard that you were offering for 30 days the new me, I'd like to try that. So that's why I'm calling.
Okay.
So what's on your heart, Marie, that you would think that could really help you just really kind of be the best version of yourself? What do you think would work for you? Let's talk spiritual. What would work spiritually for you?
Spiritually, I pray daily, and I know I do pray a rosary every day.
Mm-hmm.
But my new you came up to ideas of 30 days new accomplishment. That's what I'm trying to focusing on. It's not happening in the right. I have been working on some projects, sitting in my living room for months and months.
Okay.
I haven't really accomplished, and it's very struggling to looking at everything. I'm not making it progress.
Okay, but Marie, here's the thing. So many times we look at the projects or the lists that we have going, right? And it becomes overwhelming because what happens? We're staring at things, we're staring at the lists, we're looking at all the things that are left undone, and it becomes so heavy on us that we say, okay, I'm not even going to tackle it because it's just too much, right? So what you want to do, Marie, is you want to start slowly. Just go really slow. Do one thing a day. Just one thing, Marie. And make it a short amount of time. Just like, how about 15 minutes? Take 15 minutes, do one thing a day to try and tackle those projects that you're looking at, okay? I always tell folks, when you have a list of 20 things, I say, oh, wow, that's great. Do one of that 20. Okay, you don't do all 20. But why do we say that? Because they've actually done studies of very successful people that have owned and have started major, huge companies, right? And they do one productive thing a day. One. Now, the rest of us, we try to do 5, 10, 15, 20 things. We're exhausted. And we think this is tough. The daily routine is tough. So scale it back, Marie, and try one small thing a day and see how productive that is in your life. What do you think?
Every day I'm thinking this such a way that I'm going to do something. Today I'm going to start it, and then before I know, day is all gone, and I haven't really touched kind of things happening every day. And I get a lot of distraction from everything in the life. I keep saying that this is the most important thing. I need to stay focused, but I'm losing my focus, or other things seem comes to my hand needs to be done right away or things like that. So it's just heavy on my heart that
Marie, a question just came to my mind or my heart. I wanted to ask you. First of all, are you Catholic, Marie? Are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you spend a little bit of time in prayer every day, like maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, just nothing else? Just to clear your mind, pray the rosary, or just sit and talk to God and listen or read some scripture? Do you have a set time, particularly in the morning, where you maybe spend some time in dedicated prayer?
Yes, I am. I have my prayer area that I had run the candlelight. I pray every day.
Good. Okay, good. The reason I ask that is because I really believe God, you might have heard this phrase before, God multiplies our time. When we give Him dedicated time, God multiplies our time and enables us to help get maybe more done. I mean, I look at some of the great priests and religious and Catholic lay leaders that I've known, and the amount of things that they get done in a day is staggering, and it all starts with their daily prayer life, usually an hour or two in the morning. I'm not suggesting that you do that much, but I agree with Debbie. Just take one little bite at a time. Don't get discouraged. Don't look at the things that aren't getting done. Look at what you are doing. Focus on today. I am going to move this project forward just a little bit more, and then say, okay, that's for today. Now tomorrow I'm going to take this project and move this one a little bit forward, and before you know it, they're all going to be nearing completion. You're going to be building your excitement and your enthusiasm, and that's just going to make you that new person that we hope and pray, that you will be, because you can be. You've got it in you, and you know you can do it, and we know you can do it.
Well, thank you so much. A lot of good encouragement. I really do appreciate it. I do pray daily for the hour of prayer every morning.
Great.
Everything I do. Everything I do. But it's just I have some physical impairment in my situation, but everything in my life seems like it's so overwhelming. Like it's so
It's hard. Okay. Marie, you really need to lean on your guardian angel, okay? You sound with the physical obstacles or anything else that's coming your way, it sounds a bit overwhelming for you. So what you want to do is start to develop your relationship with your guardian angel if you haven't already, and just know that your guardian angel's there to help you, and lean on your guardian angel. Say, it's getting overwhelming. I need some help. I need some help with these projects. I need some help with staying focused. I need some help with removing those obstacles. And your guardian angel won't disappoint you, because your guardian angel's on a mission from God just for Marie, okay?
Yeah, yes, I would try, because I didn't really know my guardian angel would be that much going to help me. I never really rely on so much guardian angel. Ever since I'm listening to you, I started to pray for guardian angel. Before I didn't really. I do, but not really that much. But you helped me to learn how to pray a little bit. So
okay, good, and we're going to pray too. We're going to ask our guardian angels to go to your guardian angel, just to kind of ramp things up for you, okay, in your favor. So you'll see everybody works together. See, we work in community here. The angels work in the angelic realm together in community. Everybody's working in community, and you have support, Marie. Please know that. So you're just be on the lookout for good things coming your way, and some good thoughts and some good energy behind tackling those projects. And hopefully you'll call us back in less than 30 days and you're going to say, wow, this is fantastic. I am really accomplishing a lot. Okay. We have that hope.
Yes, I'll try.
Okay.
That's a deal.
Try is the best thing you can do, and let God and your guardian angel be right by your side, as Debbie said. Real quickly, Catholic Answers Live is Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on EWTN Radio. And tonight, 2-hour open forum with apologist Jimmy Akin and the great host Cy Kellett. Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 hours of Catholic Answers Live, apologetics, call-in open forum with Jimmy Akin.
Okay, Anna Maria has been waiting so patiently in Maryland on Guadalupe Radio Network, a first-time listener. Thank you, Anna Maria. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so happy to hear that. I think God wants that I give you these things that I want to share with you today. I think that we practice with my husband and my family the 4 R's that we learn with Schoenstatt Modern is 4 R's. 1 R, the first one, you need to practice every single day. And the second one time a week. And the third one time a month. And the last one time a year. We can practice this with our couples or our children or whatever person that you decide or you want to have a good relationship. The first one is I want to put that example with the couple. So as we have said on several occasions, the married relationship has a little plan bigger over the years. So it's not enough to live each day as it's come. So we need to work about it. So the first R is receive our prayers together every single day. So if pray together every day in the morning or in the evening, how can every can do it. Begin our day with God. Place our day in the hands of Him as our matter to intercede for us and talk with them and put everything in their hands and say to them, help us with everything. And this is a good for a start with God in our life.
Hey, Anna Maria, we got about a minute and a half left to get the other 3 R's. We want to hear what they are, please.
Okay. The second R is re-enchant every week. So once a week, leave time to be together without children, without just a couple, to spend our time as we did when dating. Set the time and time. In the time each marriage has to discover the things help them to re-enchant the love. A walk in the afternoon, or drink a coffee, or practice the common sport, or go to talk or do something without talk about the children, without the job, without the parents, or just you and me. And you can practice these arts with other person too at the same time. The third R is review. Review every month, once a month, review how are living from day to day, our marriage and family lifestyle, what is causing happiness and difficulties.
We need the last R, Anna Maria, real quick. You hear the music there.
Okay, the 4 R is renew every year. Once a year, be sure to have a time to renew and revise the current year and plan. What did God give us this year?
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Anna Maria. That was amazing. The 4 R's. Wow. What do you think? Oh, Michael and Mike, we're not going to get to you. Please email us at take2@ewtn.com. Jerry, we've got our monthly on the first Friday, the True Presence show, which is very popular with our listeners.
Yeah, and Michael in Kansas, we're going to be praying for that important vote on August 2nd. Thank you for your email prayer intention, folks. Until tomorrow, have a beautiful and blessed day. St. Joseph, continue to pray for us.
Coming up later today on Cresta in the Afternoon.
Our topics during Cresta in the Afternoon toggle between church teaching and then